Welcome to this month's newsletter. Today is December 8th. Apologize for not getting out the November newsletter in time. So looking at the Nifty here, we had quite a rally from the middle of October. At this point though, as you can see, it's closed below the Kijun. We did kind of a double top, though it slightly exceeded, but that's not of the normal. But at this point we have closed below the Kijun, and the Chicago is going to run into resistance. At this point I would expect some consolidation. We're still primarily bullish, but I would keep my stops tight at this point. Definitely don't want to be shorting things because this is a bullish market. But we do expect consolidation here, especially given the Chicago bumping into resistance. So if they close this back above the highs, then they could be off again to the upside. But I would have my doubts until we clear this consolidation area. Tata Steel, nothing there to Tata Steel. The main thing to look at is the weekly chart. Here we are looking at a flat Kijun on the weekly, and the candles are right up to it, Kijun acting as resistance. So until they can clear it, you do not have a good bullish position on the weekly on the longer time frame. Even on the daily, the Chicago is bumping into resistance. You kind of see that you have again in the drawing tool, kind of a Kumo shadow right there and right there. So at this point, I would avoid trading Tata Steel on the long side until the weekly chart is clear. ICICI Bank, somebody asked me about this one. If you have this position, you continue to hold. It is definitely bullish on the weekly, monthly, dailies. Everything's bullish, but we have run up about more than 25% here in the last 1 month. So got to keep that in mind too. I would lighten the position. Definitely don't want to go short, but just lighten the position if it closes below the key Tenkan maybe, and then I would expect some consolidation before either the next trend develops either up or down. This is quite a big move in a short period of time, so definitely want to have some profit taking strategy here. LNT doesn't really excite me, just up and down. There's really, if you look at the Kumo, that should give you an idea. You see the red and the green alternating all over this price chart, so that's telling you that this stock is going nowhere. You could play the up and the down moves, but you wouldn't have Ichimoku to support you on the daily time frame. Probably you could go down to the smaller time frames and play it off that, but if you're just looking at the daily swing trading, this is not the stock. You could also look at the weekly, and it's, as you can see, the weekly is also just up and down. There's really no trend here. I would avoid LNT. Hindustan Unilever, at this point, Chicago under the candles, expect consolidation. Notice how it went up here, hit the Kijun, came back down. I wouldn't want to short it yet. If they break the Kumo to the downside, at this point, the most I would expect is for them to test this flat Seneca B and then bounce off back up. I would be a long buyer if the Chicago can get free again, and you'll have a nice Chicago breakout strategy here. Adani, you continue to lighten position at this point. The Chicago is going to bump into candles unless they can shoot this guy back up, which I very much doubt. It has done a really huge move in a matter of a month. So definitely, we own this stock. You take some profits off it. It's closed below the Kijun, and according to the Kijun strategy, the Chicago breakout strategy, you would definitely close your position at this point. And one more, Raj Industries. I think this one we can daily is shortable. On the weekly also it's shortable. You could definitely short on weakness here. Chicago breaking down below the candles, and you have a nice bearish candle here. I would at least expect to move down to test these lows. So this one could be short on weakness. That will be it.